Hi, it's Cheryl from Caribou Country Lifestyle. Just grabbing my coffee. And today it is July the 14th. And it's another hot day. Not 40 hot, but 35, 30, 35, somewhere in between there. Just as hot. We are still quite smoky here. We have quite a few fires around us. My oldest son, he was actually going to go out to Bella Coola and do some fishing, and they closed the highway because of there was fires out that way. It's about 3.5 to a 4-hour drive from here, so it's lots of fires around us. But we haven't had any evacuation alerts yet, and hopefully we won't need to. He's watching to see they're going to have another update tomorrow morning, and he was going to leave for Bella Coola this morning, and now he's going to wait till tomorrow morning and see what happens. So I just want to show you that we have moved the meat bird chicks over into a portable run for them. Jamie made them a portable run. So at first when I was moving them over, they were all squawking and everything. And then when they realized where I was putting them, down on the grass outside where the fresh air is, they had feed, they had water, and then they realized, hey, this isn't so bad after all. So here is the portable chicken coop that he built, and he's got it so that they have some shade, and we got them a new water, and also he built them a feed station for them. So I'm just gonna, this is a lid that's hinged, so we just have to lift it up so that we can fill up their food tray. We have their water, which, I think we need to fill that up with some water, you poor chicks. Better get on that. But they're growing, oh my gosh, they're getting their feathers in so much. They're super cute. We have the white ones are the Cornish cross, and the brown ones are the Western rocks. Western rustics. So, and then I will just close this. And then on the front here, he just has a rope so we can pull it around on the grass to move them around. But they're really loving having that open space and being outdoors. We also opened up where the dual purpose chicks were. We integrated them with the laying hens. Like, oh no, we're outnumbered. That's a lot of them. Oh, I'm actually just getting a drink. I wasn't going to do anything. It was the laying hens that were not very happy about them being out here. Oh, we got one out here doing its thing. Doesn't seem to mind being out here with these ladies. I've heard they can be a bit on the bully side, but we've got a couple out here. There's two underneath there, venturing out. We got one black Australorp, one buff Orpington, another one poking its head out to see if the coast is clear. Stop pecking at my toes. But these girls, they're kind of being kind of bullyish. Stop. Oh my gosh, it keeps trying to peck at my toes. And I don't like it. So, yeah, a few brave ones. No, you can't come out. Last night when I closed them in, it was kind of funny. So on the other side where they have the ramps, they have the door chutes that go up and down. That's when we let them out and when we close them in. So last night, everybody's in, the lights are off, and I closed in the pullet side with the dual purpose birds, and they all freaked out and they're all flying around and don't know what's going on. And then I closed the laying hen side, and when I was walking by the doors here, right there, when I was walking by the doors, there was one of the buff Orpingtons from the dual purpose side was in here with the laying hens, and she was like, help, help me. So it was funny. I open up the door and I look at it, and it's coming towards me, and I said, do you need some help? And it's like she's coming closer to my hand, and usually when I try to pick them up, they run away. So she's coming closer to my hand, and I said, do you need me to help you? And she was more than happy to let me pick her up and take her out of there. So I took her out of there and put her with the rest of her flock. And she was, I think, very thankful of it too. On Monday, we took Dumpling to the butcher's. And look at those pigs. They're just laying in the shade. There's Mama and the babies just laying in the shade without a care in the world. So Dumpling, Jamie measured her, and she was 276 pounds. And from what we understand, you want them in between 200 and 300 pounds. So we figured that was good, and we took her to the butcher's, and he says, oh, she seems kind of small. And we're like, well, she was 276 pounds. She wasn't that small. But, oh well, we're not going to get any sausages from her. He said to be able to do sausages, he would need 27 pounds of sausage meat. And when you're going to do something like that, then you want to have, 2 or 3 pigs. So then you could have your sausages and have more cuts. So, not sure how much we're going to get out of that. show you in this bed here. It's so sunny, but look at this cucumber. It's supposed to get 30 centimeters in size, and so I think that's about 12 inches it's supposed to be, and I don't think that cucumber is not quite there yet. I just want to pull it through on this side so then I can get a better look at that. That's awesome. And I have another one growing in on this side in behind it. So 2 cucumbers there. I have some flowers on this little patio one in behind. There's flowers. This one has just, actually, this is my fanfare cucumber, and it started to make its way up. It's going to be no time at all before it's going to be climbing up there. Another one, my pickling cucumber. Just want to show you, it's finally got its little trendle up on the supports, so that's exciting. And this one down here, that has a little flower on it, and that's for my pickling cucumbers. My tomatoes, this one over here, this is the Oxheart tomato. We're pretty much ready to start staking that one up. I'm just going to pluck out this little sucker out of it. There's a couple of little suckers. I just pinch them out whenever I see them. So that one's pretty much ready to be staked. That Oxheart, not so much. That Amish paste, not close. But this Amish paste, I could be putting that one up. I got a spider web connected onto this tomato cage for my peppers. I'll have to get something to, I don't like it when I have to have spider webs when you touch them and then they're stuck to you, and it's so hard to pick them off sometimes. What else is going on? Lots of flowers on my snap peas. So that's going to be producing some snap peas pretty quick here, so I'm happy about that. Finally, lots of the cabbage butterflies. I'm not happy about that. They're just all over the place. I should have some netting so that they can't lay their eggs. Here are my melons, early dew melons, so they're getting quite a bit bigger, and they're going to start latching onto that support. I have to pick more of my greens. I've been picking greens, and I usually I keep a bag, I give a bag to my sister-in-law, and I give a bag to one of my really dear friends as well. And so I don't mind sharing, because there's no way that we would be able to eat all of that. So I'm going to come over on this other side. So these tomatoes, this is my rainbow blend tomato, and it is pretty much ready. I can start staking that. There's another little sucker. I'll pick that out. There's one there. So pick those out when you see them. Oh, another one inside there. And this one too. This is another rainbow blend. And that's from the Brandywine family. Here's the Brandywine one. It's almost there. And another Brandywine. Not quite as tall as the others. My calendulas are starting to flower. I have one on this side. And I also have one over there. Look at those stinky cabbage butterflies. I don't like them. They look cute and harmless, but they're not. Oh, there's another calendula we're getting ready to open, but look at this. That is just beautiful. That's my eggplant flower. So pretty. I love that. I've never grown eggplants before. Okay. And some more flowers. These are my spaghetti squash. And they're all flowering now. So we'll be getting some spaghetti squashes. Look at these beans. That pole bean is above the support. Has nowhere else to go. It's going to have to climb across if it wants to go anywhere else. I also have in here is my hyacinth bean. I did have some purple flowers on it, but they're not there now. But it's climbing its way up too. It's got to right there. So that's pretty good that it's climbed up that way. I added some straw mulch around my cabbages and my other cauliflowers. So that's all mulched now. That's my poblano peppers. My other poblano peppers, they seem to be doing quite well. I think this is just a weed though. I don't think that is a part of the pepper. No, that's a weed. Clearly that's a weed. But look at here. This is my sweet, is it sweet heat or sweet sunset? This is sweet heat. And I have a pepper there on this side. I have a flower, all kinds of flowers, getting the peppers on there. So that's awesome. Just flowers over here. But I have, if you look in here, I have my tomato, and that is, which tomatoes are these? That's the New Girl tomatoes. And I have some more right there. I got 2 little tomatoes on there. Awesome. Oh, and I have a bud on top of my sunflower. I've been picking, well, I won't say lots of strawberries, but I've been picking the strawberries as they're coming along, and then I'm just cleaning them up and taking the stem off of them and just putting them right into a freezer bag in the freezer. And I'll deal with those at another time, at a later time. So another thing that I have hired a girl to come and look after the place for us. So it was good that Jamie got that portable chicken coop done for the meat birds, because that's just going to make things a little bit easier for her. Now we actually only have the meat birds are on the chick starter, and the dual purpose birds are on the layer feed now. They're old enough that they can be on the layer feed. So soon we won't even, no, we still have until the end of August before we process the meat birds. And then we also will be processing any roosters that out of the dual purpose pullets. So I've noticed there's a couple of roosters. I've more noticed them, it seems, on the black Australorps. I haven't noticed them as much in the buff Orpingtons. That little pullet that was over in the laying hen side, that was the Buff Orpington, and she was so gentle. She was just so, I think she was so thankful that I was coming to rescue her out of that laying hens, because those laying hens are just not, they literally were chasing them around the chicken coop. So I don't blame them for not wanting to be out there, but they're gonna have to get along. They're gonna be living together. They're gonna have to get along. I also went to a farmer's market last night. They've started doing our farmer's market. They usually have them on Friday afternoons, but they started doing them on Tuesday evenings. So my sister, both my sister-in-laws and I, we went to the farmer's market, and oh, they had these beautiful cabbages. And I'm like, my cabbages are like, okay, this big. So it's going to be a while before I get cabbages. So I seen that and I went and picked up a cabbage, and I also picked up a yellow zucchini, a green zucchini, and then I picked up some of the patty pan little squashes. Just cut them up and cook them just like you would zucchini. So tonight we'll be having some cabbage and onions and zucchini sauteed on the barbecue, because we are still without a kitchen, and I think we will be without a kitchen for a while too, but that's okay. It's coming along. I'm going to be showing you what they've done so far in the kitchen. Okay, so I'm inside and I'm going to give you a small little brief tour of what we have going on with our renovations. We have the good and the bad, but we're dealing with it. Just with the whole prices have gone up with just the, even though it's the end of COVID, it seems like we are in a bit of a lapse of being able to get some things done on time. So I'll just show you what we have gotten put in, installed, set up for now, and then I'll kind of explain what's been happening with our renovations. Some things have been delayed, and yeah, anyways, I will show you our kitchen, what we have going on right now. Living room. I'm looking actually for some suggestions for my fireplace. I've had a couple of suggestions, maybe a whitewash, maybe I think it's called a German schmear, which is like a plaster type finish. I've had somebody say, don't do anything, leave it exactly the way it is, that they love it the way it is. It will go with the colors that we have chosen for in the rest of our living space. So here we have is the peninsula that has been installed. We still don't have our garden door yet. We're waiting for that. That aluminum foil that we've put on the windows is just to keep the sun out, just because it's been so hot. But they have installed some pot lights in the kitchen area. We have the cabinets in here as well. We still don't have a window yet. Not sure when we're getting our window or our garden door. Our appliances are being delivered in 2 days, so that's good. Except for our fridge. Our fridge still hasn't come in. It was supposed to come in June the 17th, and it hasn't come in, so almost a month after the fact. These we just got drawers in our peninsula area, and then in here is going to be our microwave. This is the spot for our fridge that we will be getting. Beside that is a cabinet for my double wall oven. I'm very excited about that. I like to cook, I like to entertain, so I definitely wanted the double wall oven. Then we have our upper cabinets. I just picked up the range hood today, and the guys were in the middle of installing that as well. And then we have our bottom cabinets, and that's the spot for the dishwasher. Okay, so we don't have a fridge. Well, we have a fridge. We have our old fridge, which will serve its purpose until we get the new fridge. Not sure when it's coming in. They don't really have any idea. They thought it was going to be June the 17th, but that clearly hasn't happened yet. All the other appliances are here. My double wall oven is here, and so is the dishwasher. I have the microwave is here, and also we have a countertop stove. So we are getting a 36-inch 5-burner natural gas countertop, and that's there too. The other thing that we have found out is when I called, we're getting quartz countertops for our peninsula and then the rest of the counters in behind here. When I called to let them know, because we were supposed to call and let them know that we were getting our cabinets, as soon as they started installing the cabinets, I phoned the company and I said, I'm phoning to let you come and take the measurements for the template. So they said, great, we are booking into the middle of September. And I'm like, it's like the middle of July. And so, okay, so that's a bit of a not so great, but it is what it is. So they are actually, we have them booked to come in on September the 21st to do the template measurements, and then they will be back on September the 28th to install our quartz countertops. So we are going to be without a countertop. We are just going to use plywood. We don't really have any other choice, just because of everything, the way it's going, the way that everything is delayed. So there's really nothing we can do. We have been this is only the 3rd week into our renovations, and I don't know, it hasn't been too bad, but it hasn't been great either. I've been using my barbecue tons, and I've used my electric roaster a couple of times, but the dishwashing part of it is not the greatest. We're just using a small basin, plastic basin dish pan for doing the dishes in the garage, and that's getting old real quick. So, but with that being said, we can't hook up our sink because we have a drop undermount sink that's going under the quartz counters. So yeah, what do you do? So that's pretty much all we have going on. It's been slow and steady with the work, with the renovations in the kitchen. Haven't been painting. We're just kind of waiting for them to finish doing the electrical, putting in the pot lights and getting the rest of the cupboards in, and then we'll kind of we have touch-ups to do, and we still have to finish painting the ceiling. But with them putting in the pot lights, we are just going to wait until they're finished, and once they get the pot lights in, then we will finish painting the ceiling. But yeah, it's coming along slow but sure. So anyways, I just want to thank you for joining me, and have a good rest of your day. If you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and throw a little like in there. Anyways, we'll talk to you again. Bye for now.